Hey there! So this video I'm going to go over my third volume of the Collective Works series. A few of you have asked why I've had to push the date back so many times, and I apologize, but because of COVID, it's really important that we make sure our mental health is top priority right now, and there have admittedly been times where I've needed to step away from what I'm doing. I needed to focus on myself, focus on my mental health and keeping myself sane. I know a lot of us are going through that right now with having to stay inside, and even though we're permitted to go out, having to wear a mask everywhere, and some of us are more afraid than others to be around other people right now, even if we are wearing masks. So it affects everyone differently. Me, however, I just kind of shut down for a few months. So you'll probably notice my newsletters stopped coming, my blog posts stopped coming, and then I pushed the due date out for my book quite a number of times. So I apologize it's been so long, but it's important to take care of yourself right now. So the good news is it's out now. And so you guys have seen Volume 1 of the Collective Works, which now has a different cover. This is the first edition. This is no longer available. And then we have Volume 2, and these are the hard copies. These are the hardbacks. And now we have the hardback for Volume 3, which is very thick. It is 452 pages. That's another reason it took me so long to finish it. The price for the hard copy is $39.99. It's a little steeper than books I've sold in the past, only because of what the content is. So when you think about it, you're not paying $39.99 for one book. You're paying $39.99 for 5 stories, 5 books under one cover. So that's essentially $8 a book. And the paperback will be on sale for about $29.99, so it's $10 cheaper, and then the ebook is $9.99. So you can pick up whichever copy floats your boat. I hope that you will get the hard copy because this is awesome, and I'm super excited. I have a jacketed book. This is nice, actually. I really am excited because it feels like I did something. I mean, I know I've been doing things all year. You guys probably been annoyed with all the things I've been posting between my brand and my merchandise and then my books, but I actually feel like I did something when I hold that, so it's nice. So what I am going to do is go over the stories that are in here. So if you didn't grab The Unexpected is a story about Mackenzie and Grayson. They are teenagers and they fall in love unexpectedly. And then Grayson gets sick, he gets ill, and something unexpected happens in the storyline, and it follows Mackenzie and Grayson so that you can see how they navigate life. And then Bloodline, the second book, is about 2 best friends, Lauren and Hope. They were born in England. Their mothers were best friends before they were ever born, and hatched a plan to get pregnant together, and they did. But something happened when the girls were young that was kept a secret between the mothers, and the girls and their mothers were moved. They picked up and migrated to the United States from England. And once they got here, as the girls got older, they started having boyfriends, finding new friends, falling in love, going to college. And Lauren found out a secret about her best friend Hope's boyfriend that she's afraid to tell her about, and she just goes about it all the wrong way, but tries to break the two up, and it makes for some good tension in the storyline. But in the end, I think you'll be pleased with the ending of the book. If you purchased Bloodline, the individual copy of Bloodline, there was an excerpt at the back of the book for chapter 1 of the Mystique. It's actually not chapter 1 now, it's the prologue. And the Mystique is about a mage named Casey, who also doubles as a bounty hunter. And Casey, she's not evil. She doesn't want to be evil. She likes to dabble in dark magic, but she considers herself a friend of the light. And she has devoted her entire life, which is 127 years of her life, she has devoted to fighting crime and defeating evil. And so part of that battle was receiving a bounty for a dark wizard that was rumored to have disappeared many, many years ago after committing a violent crime. And what she doesn't know at the time is that the person who issued the bounty was actually the murderer and framed the person that sent her the bounty for this supposed criminal. So she sets out to find the criminal, kill the criminal, and pay off the bounty. And then somewhere along the way, she realizes something's not right. I need to look into this a little further. And then when she does, it's kind of how the story unravels. And it's a story of how Casey figures out the truth and how she prevails and saves everyone from evil. But then she also pays a price for all of that. So she definitely pays a big price. And then she has to deal with the aftermath. And along the way, she's picking up bits and clues of her past, because Casey grew up an orphan. She never knew her parents, and so it's kind of a coming of age tale for her, even though she's already in the hundreds. So it's a nice fantasy book. And then we have Shards, which is also another fantasy story involving magic, and it's kind of a play on Hans Christian Andersen's The Snow Queen fairy tales. And the Snow Queen fairy tale, there's hundreds of them out there. Frozen, Disney's Frozen, was actually born from Hans Christian Andersen's folk tale. But it revolves more, instead of around Elsa-like themes, it revolves more around the mirror. The main character, her name is Princess Clarice, and she's standing on the altar at her wedding day, and her groom has run out on her and run out the door of the church. So she's standing up there in front of her entire kingdom, and she's just flabbergasted. She doesn't know what to do. She's paralyzed. She's kind of just frozen, standing there. And then after that event happens, strange powers start to manifest in her, and she runs away to try and get control of what's going on with her, get control of her feelings. And after she runs away, she gets scared. She feels like she's being followed and that she's in danger. So she calls who would have been her bridesmaid to the scene, who actually happens to be their runaway groom's sister. And so they all set sail together to find the truth about these powers that are manifesting in her. And it's I don't want to give it away, but it's more of a story about she learns to love herself. And so it's a story that's important to me. And it, consequently, I did think about it while I was watching Frozen 2 in theaters. I was like, oh, that movie really speaks to me. There's a scene at the very end where Elsa makes it to the glacier. And while she's there, she discovers herself and what she means to herself. And that is, I think, what this whole story of Shards focuses on. So you should read that one. It's going to be a great one. The last story in the book is Just Fake It Until You Make It. The thing about that book, I would not let a young teenager read it unless you've screened it first. Just Fake It Until You Make It talks about real world, serious issues. It involves two girls that are on their volleyball team, and they go out of town with their team for a weekend, and they stay in Bristol, Pennsylvania, and then they leave they sneak out of the hotel to have a wild night and attend a concert without anyone knowing. And while they're there, something happens that's very unexpected to one of the girls, and it does involve sexual assault. The story also involves mental health issues. There's drug abuse, alcohol abuse. So just disclaimer there, know before you buy what you're getting. But it's a great story. I hope that you'll pick up a copy of the book. I hope that you love it. And please, if you do pick up a copy, please go and leave an honest review. And help support small businesses, because writers are businesses too. All right, everybody, thank you for watching and have a great day. Bye.